I just sent that one.
Yo, we are in the building. This, that, and the third interview series. It's your boy Steven the Dream, CIAA edition, man. Another edition. I got another star with me to my right. Killa, Kwabo, what's good with you, man?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Good, man. Good to have you on here, man.
I appreciate it.
Let's first start off, like I've been asking everybody when they come in here. Tell me plans for CIAA and your favorite CIAA moment.
Plans with CIAA, I'm just chilling, honestly. This is the last year, so I really just want to relax and whatnot. I was actually out for All-Star Weekend, so I'm kind of just partied out. But, like, I'm just out here just seeing what's good. And CIAA moment, I don't know, man. I've had a lot of different moments, honestly. Like, I think I remember it was like one year when Wiz came into town. I tried to go to this concert, but found it was a lot of money. We went to, I can't remember. I think it was like I can't remember what club it was. It was like an old club that closed down, whatever. But I mean, I don't have a lot of the time I forget this shit because we drunk or whatever. So it's like,
so you be having a good time.
yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm using this platform, like I said, to give artists an opportunity to come through, business owners, brands. You are an artist that.
Yes, sir.
You rap, but like it's different to me, man.
Yeah,
the first time I ever heard you, I was like, I think I saw a visual first. I think I saw a visual and I was taken aback. I was like, that's different.
Yeah.
I don't remember exactly what I saw, but I do know it was a visual. Just tell me about your creative process when it comes to your visuals. We'll get to see them a little bit later, of course.
Right.
Brand new video that you just dropped today that we'll get into. But
Yes,
tell me
sir.
about your creative process when it comes to the music and the visuals.
Well, let me give a shout out to my boy Adrian Jackson. He goes by Black Forest Films. He pretty much has done all of my visuals up to this point. And most of the time I just give him a general idea of what I want and what I'm looking for. And, he just brings it to me, you know what I'm saying? So, and I give him creative reign because I know he's definitely a good director and he knows what to do in anything. So that's pretty much how I go about it with the creative process and everything. I just I give him specific things and then Adrian just like goes and gets it. And he does really great work. Like he does really great work.
Black Forest Films really puts their mark on your visuals because all of them are very different. I'll say that.
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah. And I allow him to do different things because. The hip hop videos nowadays, they're cool. People mobbing around and stuff like that. That's cool and everything, but everybody does that.
Facts.
So
Facts.
you want something, if you want to stand out, you want to do something different. Like when me and Adrian had this little campaign where I was putting out a video every month, and there was one point where I had a show, and then some dude came up, and I did a video with this dude named Nige Hood and a chick named DJ Dash. Yeah, so I did Nige. And had them on this joint, and it was like something crazy, something we had a green screen, whatever. So then somebody walks up to me, and he's like, yo, you the dude that did that video with Daz and Nige? I'm like, yeah. He's like, yo, that shit was dope. And I was like, yeah. So they noticed the difference with how the videos are, and that kind of stands out to a lot of people.
Make it feel like it's worth, taking that step to stand out to do it when people are paying attention and noticing. Let me ask you, another thing I noticed when I first met you was the name.
Yeah.
Killa Kwabo.
Yeah.
What is the meaning behind that, and where did that come from?
Yeah, that's crazy. That's a crazy story, man. I like telling the story too because it's kind of funny, man. It was kind of like because my real name is Cujo, and it's spelled differently than like Kujo or whatever. Right. So one of my homies, he's like a big brother to me. His name is Killa Prodigy. Okay. He just saw my name. He was like, Cujo. That's how you spell Cujo? No, we ain't gonna call you. You gonna call you Kwabo. I'm gonna call you Killa Kwabo. And
so
that name just stuck.
Honest, though.
Yeah.
Your name, you got it honestly.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it just stuck, and I just let me just use that because at first I was trying to go with my rap name with I was going to my real name was my rap name, whatever, kind of like a Kanye West type thing. But
Right.
like,
Right.
but there was like, you need a stage name, and I was like, I don't know what the fuck I'm using from a stage name, and then it was like Killa Kwabo. I was, I'm gonna use that.
Right.
So
And it's been there ever since.
yeah,
Right?
yeah, it just stuck.
So let me ask you, where are you from?
I mean, I'm born here, but my lineage is African, like Ghanaian.
Okay.
Yeah, my parents are from Ghana. I've been there plenty of times. There's a lot of inspiration in my music.
That's what I wanted to go with
yeah.
it. Like, how much do you get? Because if we know, or if we've heard over here, that's a whole different wave.
Yeah.
They have like their hip hop type as well too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They have, and yeah, they're pretty much like they call it like hip life or whatever. But their hip hop artists are pretty much the same as ours. Like even for the fact they've even had artists like Drake. They worked with artists like Drake. Some of our artists in Ghana. In Future, they worked with some of those guys, so they kind of be in the same wave as us over here, but like with the African flair type thing, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's cool too because like they obviously they fuck with hip hop, our hip hop as well. So out there in Ghana, they fuck with my music too. So it's like
I was gonna ask, man. I know you got some fans out there.
Yeah, it's cool. Like I'm trying to like branch out like in Africa, like I have friends in Germany. Like I'm like, man, how the fuck did I get in Germany? Like what the fuck? Like yeah.
You'd be surprised how far your music can get out, man. It's a matter of sending a link and it could take over. You know, that fast. I want to ask you, like, how long have you been an artist? How long have you been doing music? If you could put a time on, some artists are like, well, I didn't start taking it serious until then. But like, when was the first time when you were like, these words sound good when I put them together like this?
Let's see. Well, let's see. Like I've been like an artist for like since I was a kid. So when I was a kid, I used to do. I used to be in an R&B group. Me and my brothers and my cousin used to be in an R&B group.
An R&B group?
Yeah, yeah. We used to sing.
Hold on now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do some singing. I actually have some joints in my hip hop like that I sing a little bit.
Okay.
So
Okay.
But I used to sing, used to do R&B when I was a kid. Then when I got to high school, that's when I got into hip hop. One of my friends used to be in band class. We just got into it talking about hip hop music and shit, and he was like, he does music, and I was like, should I do music too? So we got together. We started a small little group called the Southeast Connection.
Shout out to the Southeast.
Yeah, because we the South Side boys. I pretty much grew up in the South Side in Charlotte, so that's all. South Side's all I know. And South Side. I love the South Side. But South Side always got a bad rep. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's what I used to hear it a lot growing up, and I'm from South Carolina, of course.
Yeah,
so we thought we was cool coming to the South Side. Shout out to the South Side.
Yeah, but the South Side is cool, man. There's a lot of dope artists, from the South Side too. So like, so we saw a Southeast Connection. We put that together because also one of our friends is from the east side of town, so that's where we got the east from, Southeast Connection. Yeah. So we started with that, and then after a while, I just started, taking to my own thing. I got with my boy. Shout out to my boy Witty. He definitely gave me a lot of opportunity with this hip hop stuff. He's helped me really get on with like opening up with different acts and stuff. So he'll like I've opened up for Mobb Deep. I've opened up for Lil Debbie. I've opened up for Caskey. A Big Crit. I opened a Big Crit when he came to Amos that one year. I've opened up for a lot of people, and thanks to him and all of us come together. What we call the Legion of Ill, but we have our own little thing. Yeah, he just recently dropped an album where I'm featured on it. And
I was gonna say, like, I've seen as I followed your career, you do a lot of festivals, and I won't even say like you cater to the underground, but it is more like an underground feel when I think of your music, and that's not to say it's not mainstream, but it's more like the Big Crits, Tech Nines. Like I could see you having that type of following. Is that something that's kind of conscious to where you're like, I'm going to do the festivals that are like the 420 Fest, maybe some underground stuff like that?
That's what I'm really trying to be. Like I'm trying to be like Currency, Currency, like he can already be, mainstream, but he doesn't want to be, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm trying to be. I'm trying to cater to that type of stuff, 420 Fest, like that type of like mentality. Like my main thing is, and I'm a Rasta. You know, I like to promote that weed smoke. You know what
We
I'm
was gonna
saying?
get
You know,
into it.
you know.
We was gonna get into it for sure. We got a
Y'all see
video.
the locks. Yep, y'all see the locks. So I try to cater to that type of stuff and try to do those type of festivals because the underground scene I like the underground scene. Like, it's cool. Like, don't get me wrong with the mainstream. Like, that type of music is great. It has its own like bass to it. You know what I'm saying? Everything has its own like style to it. Like, we have what's it called? I don't even know why I can't think bass nectar and those type of like you know what I'm saying. Yeah, I can't remember that genre, but they have their own little subgenres. So that's what hip hop is to us. We got hip hop, music, underground conscious. We got the mainstream stuff where everybody's just trying to have fun. We got the stuff where they're talking about drugs and stuff like that. So then not to knock the mainstream, but the underground scene is, I like you because you have more. I feel like you have more freedom. You don't have to necessarily not necessarily cater
to that radio hit that you have to make and it sound in a type of way. Like, I have gotten into artists that are like that, where you're like bass guy, like Lil B was like, if you really want to go there with it, like, I remember, shoot, I would open my computer up, ain't nobody around. Young bass guy, and that's what it is though. But growing up, you were born here, but in a Guyanese family, Guyanese household, do they look at maybe hip hop, or is it a certain culture barrier that you had to overcome when you started making music?
Well, no, actually, no, not in my household. It's actually funny, man, because my dad's actually the one that got me into hip hop.
Oh,
and because he used to be a DJ in the African community, in the Ghanaian community. Because they throw hella parties. They still hold parties now. I don't really go to them now, but like when I was a kid, I used to go to hella fucking African parties.
Right.
And my dad was a DJ, so he would DJ all the time, and he would just have different records and stuff. So he obviously would get a lot of hip hop records. So that's how that's where I really got into hip hop. I used to listen to TLC, Tupac through my dad. I listened to Will Smith through my dad. Like, I listened to a lot of different old school artists because of my dad.
Right.
And I guess he kind of I feel like he kind of regrets it a little bit just because like I'm trying to do my thing with hip hop, not necessarily working, 9 to 5 and shit. But like, still, like, it's because of my dad, like him having those records and me just listening to him and him just playing it, like, just really got me into music in general. And then through him I got into hip hop. So in my household it was kind of like it wasn't really nothing a cultural barrier. It was more like it kind of influenced me, honestly.
That's dope. Actually. Yeah, because I know. That's not every experience of having an African household that you grow up in. I'm sure that's not the route that you probably would most of your friends or people that you know in the same culture are pushed towards. So that's good that they were able to allow you to help you with that, but also allow you to develop in that. Right now, do you see there's like a void anywhere in music that needs to be filled as far as a style, like, because I spoke in another interview, but I heard Offset say like content music is coming back. So do you think that is something that is missing and that a lane that needs to be filled, like with your conscious rap and maybe you speaking about things like liberation and actual real situations? Do you think that's going to propel your music?
Yeah, I think that will, man, and I really feel like it's always been there because there's been a lot of artists. Like, I listen to these artists called Suicide Boys. They talk about like depression and stuff like that, but the way they go about it is more like a rock, not necessarily rockish, but more like punkish rap type of shit. But they get you hyped and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so
Clown Posse a little maybe.
Kind of like not necessarily in that type of range, but sort of like in the same you get same class, you could say.
Okay.
But so I feel like that content rap is there. Like, what's that dude? He just passed away recently, or not too long ago. Lil Peep.
Lil Peep.
Like, he had that content type rap. Just the way he performed it was just like mainstream type stuff. So it's always been out there. It's just that people are the mainstream. People that listen to the mainstream listen to that that only that one sect. But I feel like real hip hop heads listen to all that stuff.
Everything.
And yeah.
Yeah, like I will go down the line like trying to find new sounds and new types of music or maybe a pocket of the world that I don't know much about. I enjoy doing that when it comes to my music listening.
Yeah.
We got Killa Kwabo in the building with us. This is that the third interview series. Like I say, man, you come here, chances are you're gonna get an exclusive, man. So if we can, I know the video dropped today, but like I don't know if it's out on if it's been premiered by you on any platform. So I don't know if we can do that right now, bro. I'll premiere something.
We can definitely premiere it out here, man. I'm
Let's
excited about that.
We'll talk about it, man. We brand new video dropping, Black Girl Magic.
Yes, Black Girl Magic. So
talk about the song, talk about the video, give us a little intro to it.
Word. Well, it was produced by my homie Blaine. Shout out to him out in California. And really, I made this song for the black women. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, some complaints in hip hop that we degrade women and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And in a way, it's kind of true. But and you know, people were saying like we don't uplift our black women enough. So I was like, you know what? Let me make a song uplifting our black women, and I call it Black Girl Magic because, you know, the black woman is God. You know.
Queen.
Yeah, exactly. So it's, so I was like, let me just make a song for them because they don't get enough shine, especially from us in the hip hop game. So I was like, I might as well just do that.
Dope, man. Well, ladies, this is for you, black ladies in particular. Check it out. It's Black Girl Magic, Killa Kwabo, live on This, That, and the Third interview series. I'm Steven the Dream. We'll be right back.
Black girl magic, your skin like a magnet. I just wanna touch it, I just wanna grab it. Not on no Trump shit, your hand in marriage. We'll build a family, broke the rules of God. Now our lives are tragic, make up of the world. Use the fabric, ain't no average, ain't no bad bitch. Use the queen, horse and carriage. So beautiful, got the nigga really staring. Black lives matter, say it with the passion. If they keep attacking, we'll start building factions. We'll be forced to come around, take some action. We're gonna have to.
He said he ran it late though, so.
Alright, so Messenger. I just sent that one.
Yo, we are back in the building. Steven the Dream, This, That, and the Third interview series, CIAA edition. Killa Kwabo is in the building with me. We just watched that Black Girl Magic. Ladies. just enough for y'all. Just enough verse, just enough material to get y'all through, man. That's dope visual, bro. Again, like I said, something different, something I could tell there was some work put into that.
Yeah.
For sure. Let me ask you, you know, I briefly mentioned about how your lyrics can be, I won't say challenging, but like you talk about stuff that's real life. Like I said, like liberation, like you know, freedom.
Right.
How do you, I won't say not cross that line of, you know, maybe pushing people away, but like how do you still get your word across and your point across without making it seem like, you know, people don't have a choice, but to listen to what you got to say?
Well, I want to say Kendrick is a pretty good inspiration, man, because like when Kendrick first came out, he was speaking like you know, he was speaking. Right. But the way he was presenting it mainstream, like how people will hear it. But when you actually sat down and listened to it, he was like, damn, he's like speaking some like some shit that relates to me and everything like that. Even though he's sending that type of beat, like I was like, wow, this shit's crazy. So I try to relate it like that, and I just try to make it as as hip hop as possible. Try to take it back to the '90s. Like how NWA first came out, like with "Fuck the Police," like they were just telling from their heart. So like all of my music, man, come from like my heart and my life experience and how I was feeling at the time, like, and so like. Yes, so that's why how I guess try to relate to the people without trying to like scare them away with all that crazy talk. Because in the hip hop is just a way of expression. You know what I'm saying? It's a way of expression how you feel and everything like that. And so I just try to bring back to the essence.
Dope, man. If you could, and not to like pinhole you or anything, but are there any record labels or like situations that you feel like you could fit in, like whether it be like TDE, Maybach, Maybach Music Group with Rick Ross. Like, do you feel like there's a faction out there that could use a Killa Kwabo, or do you have your own that that you forming and putting together? Like, what do you think about labels like that?
I mean, I'm not saying I wouldn't mind being a label. Like, if I had maybe one label, it'd be probably like Cinematic Music Group.
Dope.
Yeah. I've been following them for like years upon years. So like, it'd be real cool to be signed by them. But I do actually. We're like my own thing. Like I have a Diamond Club, which I'm doing my thing right now. I actually just signed up an artist from Michigan. So trying to work with him. So it's just now building, but like through all my connections and just learning how to go into the game here in Charlotte, it really helped me learn how to really just be a manager, because I've pretty much been managing my own self since I've been doing this.
Right. And
through that, I've just been learning, and now I want to take what I've learned and just help people out here or people whatever. You know what I'm saying? So like, just want to take those skills and just put it back.
I want to ask you, Killa, like you have a certain way that you like market your music that may be different for people as well, as far as your hustler and ambitious ways of doing it. Like you mentioned Diamond Club. Like, if you can talk about a little bit of just about like how you use your music and maybe other things, and you put those things together to promote both ends of what you're doing.
Right. I guess I'll give a shout out to it's a group here in Charlotte called Invest in Your Future. They actually really taught me like the business ways, because people say music is music business. You know what I'm saying? So this group, Invest in Your Future, they really taught me how to do the business and to actually put it into my music and everything like that. So I was able to take. I'm actually sponsored by a drink called Excess Energy Drink.
Dope.
And through them, that's how I pretty much got my start or pretty much got my funding for my music and everything like that here in Charlotte. I was able to take the cans, and whenever I had a show or anything like that, I was able to take the cans and put it on, sell it, or I was able to make deals with the venue, and we can make a mixed drinks or whatnot. So I've done that with a couple of shows. So through Excess Energy Drink and through Invest in Your Future, I've been able to take that and put it together. And put it together with my music, and also put it together with other stuff, because I also do gaming with my Twitch and everything like that. So I maybe just mix things and intertwine the marketing as well. So when I'm in my gaming, I could be like, yo, you can check out my music here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm able to just take all that aspect and put it together.
And artists probably don't realize like that's you being so involved in the music business to where you are bringing other streams that people aren't even thinking about.
Exactly.
That is attached still directly to your music, bro.
Exactly.
I think that's pretty amazing. And I never, like, I really studied what you were doing because I was like, I don't understand completely. So, you know me, I'm going to do my research and try to figure it out, or just come and ask you. But in this case, I just realized, the music is involved with this as well, and he's putting it together. So I really liked you doing that there. Let me get into prior music. Has there been a progression from your last tape to your current EP that is coming out, or as far as when I say progression, I mean your style of music, like delivery? Is there a flow change? Is there anything else? Because I'm sure the content is going to be still life experiences, still things that you're going through. But is there anything that you see and you're like, oh, I'm really nice now with this, or I'm really like my hooks are crazy. Like anything
Yeah.
you've seen?
Well, it's hard to say for me because I feel like I've always been like the same way since I really started. But I've just had, I guess, a lot of people come up to me and just tell me how I've gotten better with my songs and everything like that, and like how like I remember one of my homies came up to me talking about, yeah, man, people are telling me that people are sleeping on you, man. I'm like, damn, really? Like, okay, I guess that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like I've had people come up to me, just came up like, yo, Killa Kwabo. I'm like, yeah. You know, I'm like, damn, all right. You know, just because I put up dope stuff. So I mean, I don't feel like I mean, I feel like I progressed, obviously, but like, I don't know. I feel like I'm the same me I was when I first started with my very first tape than what I am like my EP now.
That's dope, man. I'll say sometimes it's good to have that voice that's consistent. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You maybe don't need to change anything. You
Right.
know, and if
I mean,
people
it's
are
not to say I'm not gonna change because I definitely would like to change it up and do different things. Like, you know, like how Childish Gambino or Tyler the Creator, they was like singing in one album.
Right.
Like, you know, Tyler had Flower Boy, he was just singing that one. Or Childish, he had what was that one he was singing on?
I know it's
It's escaping me.
the Redbone.
Yeah,
one,
the Redbone one.
from ATL.
Yeah. So he was singing on that one. So I definitely want to switch it up and do different styles and stuff like that. Because there's always this, I feel like as artists, we need to adapt, you know what I'm saying, and change up if you want to, you know, keep going and everything. So, and I'll definitely like to keep going for a long time. So I want to like just do different stuff, experiment, see what's going on.
Dope.
Yeah.
Killa Kwabo live on this, that, and the third interview series. I want to ask you, like, I think just by judging like the way you put out music and the way you are, just hearing that, you're the type to me that like you'll put out something and then the next day it'll blow up,
Yeah.
and you probably might not even realize like, the impact that it'll make because you like are like the same dude, like,
Yeah.
regardless. What do you think you'll do like once you receive that first big bag? Like, do you like how do you stay How do you stay Cujo? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When everything that you've wanted is laid out in front of you, what would you do with that?
Man.
'Cause you might not gotta stay the same. It might be like, hey, boss up on these niggas. Like,
Yeah,
fuck
true.
it, you know? But how do you feel like you'll be when that day comes?
I just remember, you know, why I did music in the first place, man. It's just to have fun, man. Just to I enjoy music. Like I've been doing music my whole life. Like I took class, I did like band when I was a kid. So like I definitely love music. So I just remember why I do it. Like I don't let the money affect me and whatnot. Like it's cool. It's cool, definitely cool to have the money and have the freedom to do that. But like just don't let it, you know, just change you and whatnot.
Right.
Just keep going the same humble mindset, no matter what kind of level you're at. Because I've definitely when I really think about like my hip hop career when I first started to now, like I was definitely seeing a lot of like big moves I've made, and it's real humbling. But at the same time, it didn't let it change me because you know I could definitely be like, yeah, I've done this, you know, I've done that, you know, I've opened up for these motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? But I was like, it's like nah, I just like to enjoy it, just like to have fun, you know. If people want to know what I've done, you know, I'll tell you what I've done, but like. I'm not gonna be like, you know, I'm the coolest nigga in the cat. I know there's lots of dudes out here that's better than me or rapping, you know, out here, better, especially have better music than me, and lots of dudes that, you know, the baby just came out. I'm not gonna go like I'm better than the baby or whatever, you know, because I know I'm not. But like, I just keep it, you know, just keep it humble with myself. I mean, I'm not saying I'm not. I may be, I may be, but like.
Shout outs to our resident West Side native in the building. Rollo might have a different opinion on that. We'll play the music and let him decide.
You good? You good?
Hey man, hey that's motivation though.
Yeah,
Realize
it is.
Yeah, I see what he's coming from there, bro.
Yeah.
But as a rapper, it's okay to be humble, but it's okay to realize like your ability too, though. It's okay to realize when you know you can spit. You know.
Yeah, you're right.
It could be dope, bro.
That's true.
Never downplay your shit to the point to where you. I ain't saying don't pick up a nigga, but I'm the shit all day, every day. Fuck what they all say.
Yeah. That's true.
Nah, real shit though. Not like, cause I like the baby. I want everybody to win. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? But I want, but man, yo, let me. I ain't tripping. I just don't like. I don't. Nah.
Right. I feel you, man. Yeah.
Fuck that guy.
I feel you, man.
Hey, man.
Like I fuck with the baby. Like when niggas was talking that shit about him, I wasn't feeling that shit. And I don't even know this kid.
Yeah.
I was saying, yo, quit being so personal with niggas.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
You can't. You gotta understand your position, and one day you gonna have to understand it. Cause when your shit go super like boom, you big. Now you gotta understand. You can't be jumping around in the crowd with niggas and shit.
Mm-hmm.
You asking to shoot a nigga.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I understand every aspect of this. Like, look, everybody was crying about Russell, what Russell said, right?
Mm-hmm.
He didn't know that was no kid.
He didn't know that.
That's the first time I was like, he really ain't being bitchy. Any other time, like, fuck Russell.
Yeah.
Hold on, Rollo. Hold on. No, not even. Look, I gotta bring it back real quick. I gotta bring it back. We gotta finish up with Killa Kwabo real quick, bro, because you about to go off.
Yeah,
you was about to go off.
He ain't let him live. Yeah, he was about. I was going off way. My bad.
No, you're good. We appreciate it,
good,
man. For real. Appreciate it, man. For real,
now,
man.
Killa Kwabo, we gonna retract the statement. We gonna say that you
Yeah.
are, you as good as you are.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? The music
Exactly.
goes speak
Yep.
for it. So
Yeah.
But before we get out of here, man, definitely want to play another video from you. I want to play the when the roster speaks.
Yes, sir.
When the roster speaks. But let the people know where they can find the music. Do we have any anticipations for EP dates? Let them know all that.
All right, cool. You can go to killakwabo.com. Just you could type that in. Actually, the website is going to be live like this weekend, but you can still search that and you find my music and stuff like that. You can also go to Killa Kwabo on my IG. Honestly, you can Google Killa Kwabo. You'll forever find me like on Google. It's actually kind of crazy, honestly. Like it's funny, but
they got it on the screen. It's right there. They don't see it.
Yeah. But yeah, you can pretty much find my music like that, and then YouTube and everything like that.
Dope, man, dope. Well, we're gonna play this video before we get out of here, man.
Yes, sir.
It's This, That, and the Third interview series, CIAA edition. Killa Kwabo in the building with me. It's Steven the Dream. We'll catch y'all next time.
God don't bless America, as hell we go. When Nazis on our streets with the tiki torches, I just wanna live with my wife and kids, but they want us to die. Is that how the world is? How can black lives matter if the truth we don't speak? How can all lives matter if the children we don't teach? Just asking for help so our hands we reach, but they want us to die through the preacher bleak. Police kill our children and you call it justice, and you wonder why it's hard for people to function, but we kill our own when we chill at functions, giving enemies to feel say that we on some fuck shit. Government lynching us all heads and nooses. People come together, revolution. Black, white, gay, straight, fuck what you doing. We are children of God, we should just teach the youth this. Time for a revolution now, here's the beacon. I be paying attention when the roster speaking. Look. Time for a revolution now, here's the beacon. I be paying attention when the roster speaking. Look. Why people look at me, see the hate in their eyes. I just speak the truth, but they want me to die. Middle finger to society, don't want to survive. Financial freedom, my niggas gon' thrive. So much hostility, so much aggression. Disappointed at how the world's been regressing. Might come us off